Hello, and welcome to my blog. Today we're going to talk about the power of a name, the power of a spirit name. Those who have studied ancient Egypt, the beliefs of the Israelites, and knowledgeable about the occult in many cultures, understand that a name has power. To invoke a name alerts the spirit that they are being called. According to some accounts, the calling of a name gives a person certain advantages over the spirit. E. A. Wallace Budge, in his book Egyptian Magic, tells us the following about the power of the names to the Egyptian. The Egyptians, like most Oriental nations, attached very great importance to the knowledge of names, and the knowledge of how to use and to make mention of names, which possess magical powers, was a necessity both for the living and the dead. It was believed that if a man knew the name of a god or a devil and addressed him by it, he was bound to answer him and to do whatever he wished, and the possession of the knowledge of the name of a man enabled his neighbor to do him good or evil. The Reverend G. Val Owen, the Lowlands of Heaven section, which is a compilation of 4 of his books, Life Beyond the Veil, communicates with his mother, who resides in the spirit world. In his seances with his mother, he encounters problems and seemingly hesitation in getting the names of spirits with whom his mother converses. He asks his mother the question, "Why is it so difficult for you to give names?" She reveals some details, yet there is much still hidden in her explanation. There is also difficulty in explaining the difficulty. From your point of view, so apparently simple a matter, let us put it in this way. You know that with the old Egyptians, the name of a god or goddess was much more than a name as understood by the hardy, materialistic Anglo-Saxon, from whose race came the questions, "What is in a name?" Well, from our point of view, and that also of the ancient wisdom of Egypt, based on the data from this side of the veil, there is a great deal in a name. Even in the mere repetition of some names, there is actual power, and sometimes peril, that we know now as we did not when on earth, and so we here acquire a reverence for the entity, the name, which to you would probably seem foolish. Nevertheless, it is partly for this reason that names do not come through to you so plentifully as many rather feeble investigators would wish. We are told the mere repetition of some names there is actual power and sometimes peril. I have read hints of this in different spiritist literature, such as the example when a person talks about a recently deceased friend at his funeral. The man comments that his friend witnessed a murder. At the very mention of the murderer's name, the low spirit appeared, wanting to know who accused him of murder. In the book Liberation, psychographed by Francisco Chico C. Xavier, inspired by the spirit Andre Louise, spirit workers are cautioned not to speak the names of certain low, dangerous spirits, lest they quickly come to thwart the plans of benevolent spirits to help a soul in distress. Val Owen's mother attempts to fully describe the complexity of the situation. Also, the mere utterance and transmission of some of these names is, when we are in this earth region, a matter of more difficulty than you would perhaps deem. It is a subject, however, which is hard to explain to you, and only one which you will be able to understand when you have become more familiar with the 4th dimension which obtains here, which term, also, we use for want of a better. We will just refer to you to 2 or 3 instances and leave there the matter. One is the giving to Moses of the name of the great officer of the Supreme who visited him. Moses asked for that name and got it, and neither he nor anyone else to this day has been able to say what it means. Then the lesser angel who came to Jacob. Jacob asked for his name, and it was refused him. The angels who came to Abraham and to others in the Old Testament very seldom gave their names. Likewise, in the New Testament, most of the angels who come to minister earth's denizens are simply so called, and where the name is given, as in the case of Gabriel, it is little understood as to its inner significance. Of the new name which no man, that is, man on earth, knoweth. This rings true with what I have read before, and I believe that in the vast majority of Spiritist books, we are given the names of spirits that may mean something to us, but isn't the official name of the spirit being written about. For instance, Socrates, who, it has been reported, is a minister for Christ, is mentioned by his past name, a name bequeathed to him when he came to Athens, Greece, 400 years before Jesus' arrival on earth. The name Socrates is mentioned in the books by Allan Kardec, and we have been told that Socrates was a lead in editing the books by the spirit André Louise. Socrates is the name we know because of his historical context. His actual spirit name may be altogether different. Lastly, G. Val Owen asked his mother one last question on the subject. "What is your name, mother? I mean your new name. Is it permissible for you to give it?" "Permissible, yes, but not wise, dear. You know I would give it if it were so. But this, for the present, I must withhold even from you, knowing that you will understand my love, even if my motive is not very clear." At the end, Val Owen's own mother determines it is best not to reveal her spirit name. Hence, exactly what powers the knowledge of an exclusive name of the spirit entails, I am not sure, given the knowledge that our thoughts contain our unique identification, which may have our spirit name encoded within it, and that our feelings radiate out from us to the universe. I do believe that a spirit who goes by a name we call will at the least be aware of our inquiry. If you'd like to learn more about spirits and what you will be when you return to the spirit realm, read my book, Spirits and the Spirit Universe. It is book 2 of a series of 3 books, which will open to you the curtain beyond our physical life and into the spirit life and the spirit world and how it works. God bless.